And now, let's meet the starting lineup for the Warriors of Lincoln Way West High School. In goal for the Warriors today, number 1, Chris Zavala. Number 3, Miles Hagan. Number 5, Christian Hirschbach. Number 8, Tyler Vetter. Number 9, Carson Cox. Number 10, Anthony Carley. Number 13, Justin Darley. Number 14, Ethan Saul. Number 16, Dylan Frank. Number 18, Drew Murphy. Number 19, Cody Collins. The Warriors are coached by Matt Lawdy and assisted by Marissa Wingate. And now, let's meet your Lincoln Way Central Knights. In goal for the Knights, number 1, Adam Kedzior. Number 2, Zach Davis. Number 3, Andrew Burton. Number 4, Michael Whitlock. Number 5, Cameron Schiller. Number 10, Jake Camioni. Number 12, Brendan Gavin. Number 15, Evan Pagliaro. Number 16, Brandon Mellon. Number 19, Nico Espinosa. Number 22, Nick Wilner. The Knights are coached by Sean Fahey. The officials for today's contest are Kevin Parker, Robert De Silva, and Zelko Krisnick. The Illinois High School Association registers the officials. Their experience and integrity qualify them to administer the rules of this match. We hope you enjoy the contest and support the athletes in a positive, sportsmanlike manner.
Well, the ceremonies are complete, and we're getting ready to start our contest, which features Lincoln Way West Warriors against the Lincoln Way Central Knights in a varsity matchup of European football, or soccer, as it is called here in the States. My name is Kevin Shannon, and I'm here with Don Winnie at Lincoln Way Central, and we will be recording this epic matchup for viewing on our Community Access Channel 6 television station. The earlier matchup of junior varsity was a 2-0 contest in favor of Lincoln Way West. And looks like Lincoln Way West has won the toss here, and we'll begin with possession. Just have our last few check-ins and make sure everybody's ready to go, and we've got our kickoff. West plays the ball back. And, looks like they're trying to make possession, but pressured by the Central forwards, and there's a turnover. Ball's driven down into the corner. There is a foul called there, and there'll be a free kick for Central. It's the yellow lines we're looking at here. So if you wondering why they're playing in out of bounds, that's out of bounds for football. The yellow lines are the soccer. This ball, this is he's counting off 10 yards to see where the nearest defender can be on the free kick. So we'll take the free kick. It's almost like a corner. And there's the ball in, and looks like it defensively headed out and kicked clear, but the break was slowed down by the Central defender. There's a ball over the top. It's got a little bit of mustard on it, and it's going to roll out of bounds for a throw-in. Central throw in. There's a ball up high, shielded through nicely. Then taken by West. A little bit of kicking around there. And trying to move the ball up the field. There's a nice ball in the middle, but nobody home. So ball over the top, that's going to go all the way back to the goalie, I think. Unless it's cut off, and it was cut off. Again, Central forwards putting pressure on the ball. Leads to an easy recovery by Central defense. Field switch there. Nice settle and control. It's like they're trying to just maintain possession. Mishit that one. And still recovered. West trying to get a little bit of possession here, but Central able to take the ball. Got a little bit of space there. Little two-man game. There we go. Nice triangle. Central's doing a good job of maintaining possession. Talking to each other really well. I don't know if you guys can hear that on the broadcast, but just had her back over the top, and a little confusion about who was to take the ball there, but there's West with possession now, unable to maintain, taken away. Get some physical play there. And there's a clearing. There get some Central. I'm not so sure that was as much of a dive as the forward would indicate. The contact looked pretty good to me. And so there's the play. There's the free kick. Headed low. And possession maintained by Central. There's a nice clearance by the Central defense. A lot of this game being played at midfield right now. I'm not seeing a whole lot of just the one couple of Central dives in deep. Got good structure, good shape for both teams. And there's a foul on the Central forward. Be a free kick for Central. I am a fan of the stripes. I do like the Lincoln Way Central team is in black with gray stripes. I think there's red highlights on them. And West is wearing white with black numbers with orange highlights on the numbers. Ball into the middle, headed out by the West defense. Maintain possession there. And turnover leads to Central forward driving with the ball, but West be able to get back and recover on defense. Again, Central maintaining possession, doing a great job here. And so much so that the West forward had to come down and provide pressure on that ball. So they're going to have a hard time getting out until that ball goes out of bounds. And so there'll be a throw in. There's a ball deep, and Central again takes the steal, takes it away. There's an errant pass that should lead to a breakaway of some kind, but I don't think he saw his man rushing there. And Central able to get back on defense, and then the ball dumped in over the top for the Central goalie to recover. So he's kicking into the wind right now. So I expect his balls to get held up a little bit. And that one's headed out of bounds. And so it'll be a Central throw-in. Our wind's coming from well, I guess it's coming from a southeasterly direction. There's a ball over the top, but nobody was running, so it'll be collected by the West goalie. And there it is, kicked deep. He's got the wind at his, I won't say it's at his back, but it's not, that ball is saved and then kicked out off of him. So it'll be a West throw in. And that ball too deep for anybody and collected by the goalie in the box. Remember, our yellow lines are the ones we're looking at here. There's, again, that ball got hung up. And there's a ball over the top. Wrestling for it is are the two players, Central and West. And it's like the guy from the West defender was able to knock it free and take possession. Central's doing a good job of pressing, and West unable to move the ball forward, and then eventually do end up kicking it out. So looking for a target for his throw-in, and everybody's covered, so he goes over the top deep, and that ball knocked into Central. Possession, and then stolen and knocked out, and it'll be a Central throw-in. In the past, we've seen some balls thrown deep here, where the player almost uses it as a corner kick. Something we don't usually see in the pros very often. But it looks like that's going to be the case this time, and there's the throw, and it looks like it's a little short. Again, that would have been into the wind, so I can understand why it ended up short. And there's pressure, and again, an errant pass. And there is a switch that ends up in the West possession and knocked out of bounds. It'll be a West throw-in. There's the throw. And headed clear. Taken possession by the Knights, who are able to dump a ball over the top, but that does go out of bounds. And so West gets a throw, a safe throw there, and forwards kick the ball through. There he is on the head, and they are not calling a foul, and the ball is collected by the goalie. We do have a player down, so we will stop time for the shook up player. All right, referees signaling the return to play. Oh, they're doing a substitution. I'm not quite sure what the substitution rules are for high school. I don't think they're unlimited, but and that ball taken out wide, and Central does take over possession. There's a ball kind of dumped into midfield, and West does get the hit on it, but then is unable to collect in there. Ball goes over the top. Header by the West defender, and it is kept in and then collected at midfield. Lots of Central players there, not much help in West's support. And nice play back and forth there. Collects the ball, and there's a ball through. Almost had a one-on-one on the goalie, and then it is cleared by the defense. That ball tapped out wide, and Speed dumps the ball through, and goalie will collect it. Too much. And there's, again, that ball got hung up. You could almost see it. it's slowed down in midair. I know the camera can't really track that ball in the air like that, but you can see it get hung up. It's kind of cool. That ball got a lot of spin on it, and it does go out of bounds for Knight throw-in, for Central throw-in. So looking for targets. There's the ball down the line and unable to keep it in. So it'll be a West throw-in. There's the throw. That's a deep throw and headed back to the middle and then headed on, but not a whole lot of little back and forth there. That ball's going to go out of bounds. It's almost right at the garbage can. So that's 3 points. I got to think that's 3-point range from there. Looks like we got another substitution for the for West. So we're working through that substitution, and we're back to play. And there's the throw in. Headed on, headed back, headed up, and out of bounds. So it'll be a West throw in. I think this is the deepest that we've seen any West possession up to this point. They have had some balls kicked down here, but not a whole lot of action there. That ball's thrown deep in, and it is headed back and then cleared. And there'll be dumped back in. I believe that's going to go out of bounds. It does. So Central takes the throw. So a lot of these kids have participated on the same club team. Even though they may be playing against each other right now, they probably have spent some time playing with each other at some point. Probably some of them are very familiar with each other. That ball knocked out, and it will be a West throw-in. I always kind of equated this to you know, the World Cup kind of games where you have teams that are playing, or players that play for their country playing against each other, where they would normally play with each other because they're playing for the same club. So they're headed back to the goalie. Again, West hasn't had a whole lot of possession on the offensive half of the field. Seem to have some difficulty getting through that Central defense. At the same time, Central hasn't had a whole lot of touches deep. We're 26 minutes left in the half, so we're just about halfway through. The score is 0-0. I'd say we haven't even really had a shot on goal. It looks like Central's starting to press a little bit more. We do have, they don't have the 4 men back. They're pressing one up. And so Central does take possession and pass back. They're going to dump that over the top, and there's a foul. And so we'll take a free kick from a promising position for Central. And Knights have a good opportunity, good scoring opportunity here. Let's see if they can capitalize. There's a ball placed up high, and it is collected by the goalie. Maybe a little too deep. And so they hustle back on defense. There's a big kick, and no West player there. And so Central does take possession, and it is cleared out to the side. And West player does manages to maintain possession. And Central does take over, and there's a break, and fouled by Central. And they're able to take possession and with the free kick. They're setting up to send it deep, and there's the deep ball. Kicked back, unable to control either side. Central's defense seemed to be standing up a little better, able to maintain a little more possession. Nice job getting that ball down and through. They got fenced off by the forward there, and now there's a cross in and right back out. So we're going to recycle it. There's the cross in again, and that one goes through and out for a goal kick. So we got 23:45 left on the clock, first half, 0-0 still. And that was probably the first ball through that West had on. They're looking a little more threatening in this 5 minutes. And they do take possession. And there's a ball over the top. Shot and on goal and saved. So there's our first shot.
Save for the Knights by Adam Kedzior.
I don't think he had too much mustard on it, but it is a save. So Knights trying to take possession, and there's a foul, and a free kick will go to the Knights. Kicking into the win again, and there's the kick. Kind of hung up by the breeze, and they are in the box. There's a nice layoff, and there's the shot, and it hits the goal post and goes up over. And so it'll be a goal kick. So now there's another shot at the other end for the Knights. That one was not on goal, however. It just missed. And so there's the kick. It's a little short. It's headed back. And Warriors unable to settle. Their pressure takes the ball away. Heading down the sideline. Trying to find the room to cross, but he passes it back. There's a ball into the middle. And the Warriors take over and send it, clear it deep. So, again, unable to take possession, or the Warriors and the Knights defense was able to clean up house. There's a ball back to the middle, and collected for possession by the Knights. So, like, what I see here is that the Knights defense and midfield are doing a better job. They're definitely outmanning. There's more. Seems like there's more players in the midfield, and so they're able to maintain possession. There's a ball over the top, and it is taken by a lot of banging around and then cleared out by the Warriors. So there, right now, if you look at it, there's 6 Knights to 4 Warriors right now, and so so there's a numerical superiority that the Knights are feasting off of here, and I don't know what the design is or how the Warrior coach is going to adjust. But we got a long throw in coming here. Obviously going to play it deep, and there's the throw, and it's headed by the Knights out, and there's the shot, and it is wide. So second shot. It is not on goal, and we do have some substitutes coming in for the Knights. So there's the goal kick, and it's short, but collected by the Knight defense. Warriors trying a little pressure, and it's flicked on and kicked out by the Warriors, so it'll be a Knight throw-in. And there's the throw, and that one is knocked out, so it'll be a Warrior throw. That ball's deep, flicked on, and knocked clear. So again, here we are. There's 8 Knights against 5 Warriors. So we're going to go with the long throw again. And there's the throw in. And it's flicked onto goal and saved.
Another save for the Knights by Adam Kedzior.
And there's the boot. That's a good kick. And Knights kick it over the top, and the foul is called. So the Knights will have a free kick. So it's like on the football field, it's like at the 23 yard line, but you gotta remember the goal is in the back of the end zone, so this is probably 30 yards out from goal. So it looks like they're setting up they've got a set play here. And then there's the kick, and it does go around the wall, but it's collected by the goalie, the Warrior goalie. I believe that will count as a save also, even though it was not intended to be on goal. Or maybe it was intended to be on goal, but it was not intended as a shot. So Central Knights take the possession, and a little bit of movement here at midfield. See, he's got open players to pass to always, because the Knights have superior numbers in that part of the field. So they always have an open player to pass to. They got the 6 at the back. And then they're starting to find ways to move into the forward and into the offensive zone. All right, so now they got a breakaway. The Warriors come down the line, and there's a nice through ball, and they call offsides on that. From our angle, it didn't look like it was offsides, but our angle is deceiving as we are elevated and behind the play. But the referee made his call, and so offsides it was. And there's the kick, and nice recovery by the Knights. And there's a nice probing pass. Unfortunately, it didn't continue to probe, but they do maintain possession. And there's a ball through the middle. And taking some time here to really feel out the soft spots in the Warrior defense. And that defender came all the way up, and he stayed up, giving a little extra manpower to the forwards, and unable to pass that back. They do maintain possession, and the ball is kicked out, and it'll be a Knight throw-in. So they bring a forward in this, and the Warriors have 10 defenders in the box. So there's the throw. It's flicked up, flicked on further, and almost a shot on goal. Real tough angle to be moving from, and the Knights come out with pace, trying to run the break, take advantage of that exposed defense, and they are able to get a shot off and on goal, and it is saved.
Another great
with a diving
save for the
save
Knights by Adam Kedzior.
By the Knights goalie, third of the day. And so the Warriors come on with some subs after that. It'll be a corner kick for the Warriors. The Warriors are not, they didn't bring as many players forward. They play in the more defensive part. And that ball looks like it failed to to get any elevation. So it'll be it's cleared out, and it'll be a Warrior throw. And so they're going to go for the long throw again. They've had some success with this. They got a nice shot on goal. And here's the throw. And it is tipped on, and it somehow does not go in. I'm not exactly sure how that ball bounced around, ricocheted around, but it did not go in. And that ball is knocked out, and they do call a stoppage time for injury. And not exactly sure if he took the ball off his noggin or what, but we're looking at I believe we're going to corner. We're going corner now. So we were unsure. There was a discrepancy in call, but I think they've come to an agreement that it's a corner kick. And so again, they're set up for a corner. There's the ball in, and it is tapped back to the middle and then cleared by the Knights, who take possession. And there's a nice round the ball, easy touch, and unable to keep the ball. And then the Warriors are unable to press their advantage. There's a ball over the top for the Knights, but the Warrior defense collects and sends it again deep, and then that ball is touched out of bounds. So it'll be a Warrior throw in. Warriors looking more dangerous here now. And the Knights' possession not enough to make them look dangerous. And there's a nice shielded off the ball, but unable to make the touch in. Warriors then collect and give the ball right back away. So some back and forth here, and then the Warriors come out with it, and there's a nice ball back to the middle, and that'll go a little too far and out of bounds for a goal kick. Goalie sets it up, and the wind has shifted. It's more more southerly now, south from the south more. So before I think it was coming more like from the corner of the field. Now it's coming more from the center, and so the Knights are definitely playing into the wind right now, and that ball kicked through and out of bounds. So it'll be a goal kick for the Warriors. So we're at 11:30 left in the half, still 0-0. There's the kick, headed up and collected by the Knights, and take possession. Able to move the ball. I think they've switched shape a little bit. Beats his man, and then an errant throw gives the ball up. And poor touch there, but he does manage to maintain possession, and it'll be a free kick for the Knights. And so here we go with the kick. There's the ball up, and the wind just stops it, and it dies. And Knights take possession. Little bit of attempt at, he's got a nice through ball, and he whiffs on the shot. Just thrown off a little bit by the defender. Otherwise had a great opportunity for a score, and unable to convert. And that ball into the box is collected by the goalie. he hits that, and I think that wind took that one a little bit for him. So Knights collect, and there's a ball dumped deep and headed out, and so it'll be a Knight throw-in, central throw-in. And turn the ball over. And moving down the line, doing a nice job with a little dribble, a little pass, a little dribble, a little pass. The ball flicked forward, but the forward unable to collect. And Warriors unable to maintain possession. And there's a ball dropped in over the top, held up by the wind and flicked on. Touched, oh, he beat a couple of guys, he's got a shot, and it's in the net! Terrific individual effort by the Knight forward to net a goal. And so yellow cards being issued.
Goal for the Knights by number 22, Nick Wilner.
And so there's an explanation for the coach on why the yellow card was issued. There's 9 minutes, 8:58 left in the half, and the Knights take a 1-0 lead. And so Warriors kick off after the goal and trying to maintain a little possession here. And there we go. Back, see there's 6 against 4 right now. So their link-up play between the Warriors did a nice job of taking possession of the ball after that. That ball kicked up in the air and out of play. That one does not go in the garbage can. However, it does go in the stands. So the Warriors will take the throw. There's a big throw. Headed on and fouled. So the Knights will have a free kick. The sun has started to duck behind clouds here. It is getting a little cooler. Not sure that temperature has dropped, but it sure feels like it without the sun. And our breeze is due south now, so it has turned around. Or not exactly turned around, but it was more easterly before. Now it's just pretty much due south. Or from the due south. There we got a foul there against the Knights. Warriors will get a free kick. So you're gonna get more boost from this from the right to the left. You're gonna get more extension on the ball, and then from the left to the right, you're gonna get the ball hanging up right now. There's a nice pass. There's a bloop ball in and collected by the goalie. That'll count as a save because it would have gone in if he had collected.
Another save for Adam Kedzior and the Knights.
A nice dribbling by the Knight forward there, and he tries to thread the ball through, but he's unable to do it. So Warriors take possession. Another attempt to thread through, and a foul, and the Knights will get a free kick. Like I said, the sun is ducked behind the clouds. The day becoming more overcast as the southerly breeze increases. There's about 6 minutes left in the half. It is 1-0 in favor of the Knights. And there's a kick that is again hung up by that wind. Gosh, I'd almost say this is reminiscent of the wind out at West whenever we're out there. There's a ball down the side by the Warriors. He's all alone, and it is kicked away. I believe that'll be for a corner kick. Indeed, for a corner kick for the Warriors. They are pushing up a little more now. They're not bringing as many people back, leaving as many people back. So they definitely have some kind of play in order. And there's the play, flicked on by the head, and that is wide, just wide of the post. Nice play, well executed, just barely wide of that far post. All right, so he'll be kicking in the wind. We expect this to get hung up a little bit, and it does indeed. Headed back, and the Warriors are able to take possession. And stripped and taken away by the Knights, who then play the ball forward to their goal scorer, who the ball is then cleared away by the Warrior defense. So that'll be a throw in, waiting for a ball and a player, I guess. That'll be a Knight throw in, I'm sorry. And it's a long throw, here he goes. And there's the throw. Flicked on, and there's the kick, and is, just to the right. Would have been quite the acrobatic goal, however, unable to finish. And so there's the goal kick. Headed by the Knights to the far side of the field, and taken back, a little back and forth there, and that ball is out of play, and it'll go to the Knights, who will then make a substitution. We're waiting for the throw, and I think we're gonna go a long throw again. And there it is. There's the throw. About 3 minutes left in the half. And ball played back for possession. And that ball played into the middle, not handled by the Warrior midfielder, but we're just kicking the ball back and forth right now. And finally the Warriors come free with the ball and then move up the sideline, able to move into a position to send in a cross, and he's got players there. That ball is long, and they're gonna call it goal kick. I was worried about there being a called foul there, but there's just a goal kick. And I don't know if you saw those players pat each other on the back on that. Like I said, a lot of these players have played with each other before, or play on the same club team, or are very familiar with each other. Crosstown rivalry, but friendly rivalry, just the way you like it. The Warriors doing a nice job with possession here, moving the ball around. They are moving the ball quicker, and then stolen by the Knights, who are doing a good job of shielding. Got about 2 minutes left in the half, and the ball does go out of bounds, and it'll be a Warrior throw-in. And so Warriors come over, and they do commit. They're committing 8 to this throw-in. There are 3 in the box, 4 in the box. There's the throw, and it's headed up, straight up, and then tipped, and then cleared off the post by the Knight defender, and so it'll be a Warrior corner kick. This will be interesting because they'll have the ball, the wind will blow that ball real nice for him. Almost right back into the goal exactly. So there's the play. There's a nice ball. And it is headed off the post and banged around and finally into the back of the net. And right before halftime, the Warriors tie it up. So 43 seconds left before the half. And the Warriors tie the score 1-1. Unable to clear the ball from the back of the goal line, and the Warriors ultimately made them pay. And that ball cleared out of bounds. Be a Knight throw. They throw it in. It's flicked on, and there's the shot, and saved by the Warrior goalie. About 20 seconds left in the half. I think he's probably just going to end up holding on to the ball. Oh, he kicks it. And headed up into the air. And there's a foul. And I think he's just going to let the time run off. And that's the end of the half. So, the end of the first half, 1-1. Warriors and Knights engaged in a great matchup, and we'll be back for the second half. Okay, we're back here for the start of the second half. Just as the Central moving from playing the ball from south to north now, the team switched sides. That ball played in deep. And the breeze died, the wind died down a little bit, just like right as the ball was kicked off. So I don't know if it's coming back now. Just a little lull right there. And there's a ball played out wide for the Knights. They're coming out with playing it at a higher pace right now. A little misstep there. And headed over through. Collected. Again, the possession game of the Knights working well. They let that one run and then take it back. Oh. Little light on the touch there. And then a little back and forth again. And the Knights the Warriors managed to collect. And the ball's turned over to the Knights and tossed in deep and then kicked out of bounds. It'll be a Knight throw-in. Sun breaking out here. It looks like down at field level that there is a bit more of a breeze than I guess where we are right now. I don't really understand how that works. It's not like the walls blocking some of it. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't get it. But, all right, we're going to go for a long throw here. Backed up to the fence is the Knight thrower. Takes his running start, and there's the toss. And missed the header, and it is collected and cleared by the Warriors. And bounced out of play, and it'll be a Knight throw-in. Signaling Knight throw-in. And here comes the Central player to do the throw. And again, they're going for the long throw. Backs all the way up to the benches here, the fence, and approaches the line. Nice jog, and I guess he's not going to throw it long. Flicked on, flicked back, chest. There's a nice centering ball. Way over the top and knocked out of bounds, and it'll be a Knight corner. That ball was dangerous. All right, so Knights pressing on the goal here. All right, Warriors are in their defensive position, and there's the play. It's a header headed out by the Warriors defense. And deep ball, way deep. And that'll be kicked back to the goalie, who will then clear back to center. And then returned by the Warriors, who are looking for the cross. And there it is, and it is cleared off the line and out of bounds. Warrior throw. Remember, we're looking at the yellow lines here. Those are the ones we're interested in this game. And there's the throw. And so the referee did not like the position from which the throw-in was made. So he tells him to move back and gives them the rethrow. And there's the throw. And a little back and forth, and then it is again cleared out by the Knights. That one goes into the stands. Warriors are returning on their own. And the referee is explaining to the player now what his intent is. And there we have the throw, and there's the throw. It is a deep throw, and attempted to flick on, but then it comes out, and there's a blast from deep, and it is wide. And so there'll be a goal kick for the Knights. So he's kicking with the wind now, so we'll see if he can get some more distance on it. It doesn't look very much farther. I don't think he got all of that one. The Warriors are able to take possession. And they're doing a good job of moving the ball forward. And there's a ball to the middle and swung out wide, and then collected and cleared up by the Knights. Warriors take possession back, and there's a ball not quite deep enough. And so that'll go out of bounds, and it'll be a Knight throw in. And there's the throw. Settled, and switch field is what they call that when it comes from the near to the far. There's a ball. That is a nice ball, but taken by Warrior defense, and there it is. And moving through the middle, and there's a nice through ball cut off by the Warriors, and it was good defense, I believe. Well defended. And now they got a foul at midfield. And so we'll take a free kick from midfield, just a little short of midfield. And there's the ball up over the top and collected safely by the Warrior goalie. And there's the kick. And the Knights are able to take over possession. And there's a ball, nice through ball on the edge. There's a man in the box, and there's the center, and the goalie is first to the ball and collects. Warrior goalie making a great play, or not a great play, but a really good play there. And second ball won by the Knights. A lot of rough play right there, but no call. And the Knights trying to move the ball through the middle. Play getting definitely more animated now. And we're getting a yellow card. And I believe that is a yellow card for conduct. And so the Knights will have a free kick. And there's the ball. That's a deep ball, and goalie collects it easily. Not really much of a threat on that one. And there is a ball kicked up deep and taken by the Knights at midfield. And they do manage to maintain possession. And attempted a through ball, stopped by the Warriors, but the Knights do collect and are able to maintain possession. And there's a ball headed, tipped on, and cleared off the back, and so it'll be a Warrior throw. So there we go. And there's the throw. Sent deep and headed by the Knights, who then kick it out a little further. They're doing a nice job of soft pressing and not over pursuing. And a little back and forth there, and then it's cleared out wide, and so it'll be a Warrior throw. It's headed up and collected by the Knights goalie. And there's the ball in the air. He got a lot of distance on that one. Again, helped by the wind. A nice little nutmeg right there, a little filthiness. And a ball dumped in deep and then kicked out of bounds. It'll be a Warrior throw. So they're going to go for the long throw again. And there's the throw. It's a good one. And it's headed and then collected by the Knights goalie, and there's a yellow card issued for contacting the goalie. So that's 3 cards, and we're getting a substitute here too. So 3 cards issued for the Warriors at this point. And so it'll be a free kick for the Knights. And there's the kick. A little shorter than I think he wanted it to be, but nice play through. And the Knights do manage to get a nice centering ball. And a little possession in the offensive zone now. Trying to make some space to get the cross in there, but unable to do that. So the cross comes deep, and that will be headed out, and I believe it'll be a goal kick for, yes, indeed, goal kick for the Warriors. And the sun has come out. The temperature is bumped up. We have 28 minutes and 20 seconds left in the game. It is still 1-1. The sun is blowing south to north and undercut the Warrior, the Knights player there. And we do have a stoppage of play for the injury on that undercut. And now we have a card for the Knights. And we're going to take a timeout. And we'll be back after the injury is. So our player, our Knight player, is walking off the field under his own power. I did comment on that collision. Looked from our angle like he was a little undercut, but it's hard to tell that stuff when you're on field level. So we'll have a replacement come in for him, I imagine. And there's going to be a drop ball to restart play because the referee stopped the ball for injury. Now, typically, what we see is the team with the injury would kick the ball away, but again, we actually did see a true drop ball there. So unable to knock the ball out of bounds, and the Warriors do have the ball. There's a lob over the top, but it does clear the top bar, and so it'll be a goal kick for the Lincoln Way Knights, the Central Knights. And there's the ball kicked in, intercepted by the Warriors, and then that's tapped out of bounds, and it'll be a Knight throw-in. And teams are playing with a lot of passion right now. There's a lot of talk going on. I'm not privy to everything that's going on, but I think the yellow cards that we have seen are due to discussion rather than anything else. And they're stolen the ball away. Ooh. And it is getting to be physical out there. Soccer is a physical game, and that, not exactly sure if that was a shot or a cross, but it was way out of bounds, and so it'll be a goal kick for the Warriors. And so they set up there. Now they do have the wind in their face. There's a substitution for the Warriors. And after the substitution, here we go. There's the ball on the line, flicked on, and taken by the Knights. And that is pressed, and he does clear it, but the goalie does clear it, but right back to the Warriors, and there's a foul there, and he is injured, and we'll take a little timeout with 25 minutes and 47 seconds left in the game. It is still tied 1-1. All right, so our player's walking off under his own power. He does look like he's holding his arm. So I hope he's okay. But that will lead to a free kick for the Warriors. And there's the ball played in. It is a nice one. Headed down and kicked deep. But not really anybody home to be able to take that. And so the Warriors take the ball back. And the Knights are pressing. And they do kick the ball free, but it does go back to the Warriors. That's some contact right there. And there's the Knights' pressure is definitely going to take its toll. And it's stolen away by the Knights, who play the ball forward, but just a little bit off on the target. And there's a ball played over the top and collected by the Knight goalie. So he's going to punt it deep, and there's the punt, and it's a good one. And it takes a bounce and is stopped by the Knights and collected, and there's a ball over the top, but it was too close to the goal, and so the goalie catches and collects it. So he'll be punting into the wind. He tries to hit it more on the line, and the Knights do win the ball back. And a little bit of back and forth here. That ball, I call it push in the back there, and so the Knights will have a free kick on the foul. And so here's the kick. Didn't get much underneath it, but it is headed up into the air. And that ball pushed over the top and kicked back, and there's the shot on goal, blocked out front. And the Knights do maintain possession. And they're deep and unable to take that pass. So the Warriors take the turnover and break on it. And that ball is kicked out by the Knight defense, and the Warriors will have a free kick. Here's the throw in. And it is a deep throw, headed down and kicked up and headed out. Still not clear of the box. But the Knights do come clear with the ball, and there's the early ball, and unable to maintain possession, and the ball saved by the Knights, who got a man in midfield, and the ball, Warrior won the ball. And there's physical play. It's part of soccer. Oh, there's a nice little tip play there, and completely unintentional. And there's the ball played out wide, and then cleared out off of the Warrior forward, and so it'll be a Knight throw in. And then we have a substitution. Double substitution for the Knights. We got 21 minutes and 50 seconds left in the game. It is still 1-1. There's a throw in on touched deep, and that'll be knocked out of play. And it'll be a Knight throw in. And so the referee's just giving instruction on where exactly the throw-in should take place. So the Knights are also going to be throwing the ball long, and there's the throw. It is flicked on deeper, and I believe that'll be taken out of bounds, and it will be out for a goal kick. So kicking into the wind with the sunshine, yay! And there's the kick. It's a little short, just like we'd expect it. And but the Warriors do maintain possession. They do try the ball over the top, but the Knights are there, and they settle and take possession. Nice little bit of filth there, and past a spring, and ooh, a little bit of more filth there. I think the Knights are starting to settle into this game. There's the ball deep, and they're going to call the foul. I believe he did not call the foul. He's giving him the goal kick. And the Knight player is still taking time to recover himself. And there he goes. And there's the kick. Short kick. And headed around and kicked up. And so the Knights take possession. And there's a great ball. And the shot on goal is saved by the goalie, and cleared by the Warrior defense. The Knights high cleat there. And so the Knights will get a free kick off of the high kick. Dangerous play. Or the Warriors will get a free kick off of the Knights' dangerous play. There it is. Anyway, there's a Warrior possession and able to take the ball away. Lots of open field. And nice little bit of dribble in there. And he does deliver the ball to the forward. And that will be a goal kick. That is the signal. And so we got some substitutions coming in for both the Warriors and the Knights. And now we're ready to continue. Here comes our goal kick. Again, that wind held it up short. And so a little bit of physical play there, but the Warriors then take the ball away. And there's the ball out wide and a push in the back. And so the Knights will have the Warriors will have a free kick. And so it's a little far to be a centering, but he tries, doesn't get much underneath it, and the ball kind of scuffs. Oof. And we do have a foul there. And this one's not much closer, so but they will be trying to set play here, it looks like. And there's the ball. He does get some air underneath it. It's headed out. And again, physical play. And the Knights do manage to get up to their man in the middle, and a little back and forth play and hold up play. And there's the ball over the top, and it's too far. So the goalie collects the ball and throws it out wide. And there's the ball through the middle, and not really sure what the intent was there, but the Warriors lost possession, only to be given it back on the ball over the top. And there's a bang play. I believe they're going to call that a foul against the Knights. And so the Warriors will have a free kick. So 16 minutes left in the game. It is still tied 1-1. There's the ball over the top, and it is headed out by the Knights. And so this will be probably a long throw. The Warriors are running with five, well, I don't know if it's 5 at the back, but there are 5 players still at midfield right now. So not a lot of offensive weapons, or they feel like the offensive weapons they do have are superior. And so Knights do take the ball, and that ball was out of bounds before he got it off. Referee on the near side is signaling out of bounds, and so it'll be a throw-in for the Warriors. And we do have a stoppage of play for a substitution for both sides. And there's the throw-in. It's a big looping throw, and it's headed by the Knights. And nice play. A lot of back and forth right now. We're not really settling the ball down for any kind of sustained possession, and unable to maintain either side really. The Warriors are driving the ball down deep and touched out by the Knights, and so it'll be a Warrior throw-in. Are you going to go for the long throw again? There's the throw, headed by the Knights, and then a foul, push in the back, I think they're going to call that. And so the Knights will get a free kick from just outside the penalty box. So they do have a nice breeze at their back, sun shining still. There's 14 minutes left in the game. There's a good kick, and it is flicked on by the Knights, and then pushed over the top, and tried to clear out by the Warriors, but it doesn't look like they're going to get it. They got a lot of air going on this ball. And so finally the Warriors take the ball, and a good touch, and it is out of bounds. And there's the throw in, and kicked deep into the middle. That's a great ball. And so the Knight goalie takes it, gives it a good punt, and it is collected by the Knights and pushed forward and cleared. There we go. A little back and forth, trying to settle the game down a little bit, I think. I think the team that does settle this down first is probably going to be the team that scores. There's the ball taken away by the Knights. And they are moving the ball through, and there's a little bit of filth right there, and there's the shot on goal! And it is over the top. They do call it a save. So saved by the Warriors. It will be a corner kick to the Knights. And a little confusion about which corner to use the corner kick from, but we got it all sorted out now. So the Knights will be taking a corner. And there's the ball played in. And it's headed in and right to the goalie. Great save. There's a ball tossed out wide, and that goes into the back of the stands, almost left the stadium. And there'll be a substitution for the Warriors. Stop the play, and now the throw in. And there's the throw. And the Knights are trying to maintain possession, and they do. And a little bit of physical play definitely is the name of the game here, and the referee kept his flag down on that one, and the goalie had to come up and make the play. And there's the kick, and elbow in the back will be a free kick for the Knights. That one was pretty easy. And so the Knights will have a free kick, and they are setting up for some kind of play here. And there's the ball into the box, and it is headed up by the Warriors, who are unable to, who do maintain possession. I thought they were going to lose it. And so there's a foul called on the play. Not sure, they're calling it against the Knights. And I'm not sure I understand why, but I'm not on the field. The referee was right there. He was in good position to make a call, so I'm going to go with his opinion on this one. And there's the ball played into the box and through and collected by the Knight goalie, who does play it out quickly and a nice deep ball. And it does bounce a couple times, and it is collected by the Warrior goalie. So we got a nice stiff breeze. The sun has ducked behind a cloud, and the the Knights are trying to maintain possession here. They are spending a lot of time sending balls deep, and that obviously is their strategy here, is maintain at midfield and send it deep. And there's the ball. There's the ball switched fields, and there's the ball over the top. This is a really hard ball, and he does keep it, and that ball is knocked out of play, so it'll be a throw-in to the Knights in a promising position. And so he'll back up to the fence, and it looks like he's going to take the long throw. And there it is. There's the throw. It's not as long as there's the kick back to it, and that is not a very good cross that flies out of play, and it'll be a goal kick for the Warriors. He did that with his left foot, and I can't kick a ball like that with my left foot, so I think he's all right. So we got 8 minutes left to play in the game, and the Knights are definitely, again, on the larger half of the possession arrow. That ball got through, and it's touched, and it's just going to be wide. Almost had our second goal there for the Knights, but touched wide. So the Warriors goal kick, and that ball doesn't get much elevation, and it is taken by the Knights at midfield, who again are doing a good job with their press game and their possession game. So you got 7 minutes left in the game. Looking for the long throw in. And there's the throw. And it is headed up and out by the Warriors. Be another throw for the Knights. The temperature dropped a lot when that sun went away again. Sure, the players can't feel it, but I can. Don can. All right, there's the throw. It's a good throw, and it ends up being kicked out, and it'll be a corner kick for the Knights now, who have systematically marched the ball up the sideline by out-of-bounds plays. And there's the corner. It's a good one. It's right where it needs to be, but the goalie collects it. He does drop it, and so the Knights keep the ball. There's the shot on goal, blocked out front, and and then he played from the ground. And so the Warriors take the kick quickly, and it is collected, taken by the Knights, who flick it up in the air, and then take possession. And there's the shot on goal, and it is maybe 6 inches wide. So five and a half minutes left in the game, and the Knights are pressing for the goal. And there's the ball, kicked up, headed back down, and collected by back and forth a little bit, and Warriors do take the ball, trying to move it, and there, that's an easy call too. So the Warriors will have a free kick. And there's the ball sent in to the box and headed out by the Knights. And they take possession and begin their, get stripped. And there's a nice ball into the box, headed into free space. And the Knights had an opportunity to break there, but we got a player down in the Warrior player injured in the box, and so the clock is stopped with 4 minutes and 22 seconds left in the half, and we'll take a break too. So the Warrior player is leaving the field under his own locomotion. He does have a little limp in his walk. That might be just the effect of a bruise. He is substituted out, and again, we're going to have the drop ball. And there it is. It's dropped, and the Knights take possession. And there's the ball kicked over the top and out of play, and so it'll be a Warrior ball. So the Warriors getting ready for their throw-in. And there's the throw. And it is cleared by the Knights. Back to the Warrior defense. And looks like the Warriors are looking for a little bit of possession here. And there's the ball over the top. That's going to go out of play. And it'll be a Knight throw-in. There's the ball kicked over the top. And a lot of heading going on, but the ball's not going very far. And so the Warriors take possession, and that goes out of play, and it is a Warrior throw-in. There's the ball kicked through. Lots of back and forth. We got about 3 minutes left in the game. And they do manage to get the ball to the forward, but then he loses it right away. And there's a nice touch there to get the ball. I tried to spin, do a little spinorama, but unable to maintain possession. And there he goes, through. There he goes, there's the touch. And the defender and the Knights have settled down with the ball now. Still got 2 minutes left to play. And that ball kicked out of bounds. This would be a Knight throw-in. And down the line and touched. The Knights are able to move up the line, and that is kicked out of bounds. And so it'll be another Knight throw-in. Still 1-1. We got 1:50 left in the game. And so we move into position. There's the throw, and kicked towards the goal, but it was always rising, always going over. And so the Warriors will have the goal kick. And here's the kick into the win. Again, short. And Warriors are able to settle, and the ball knocked out, and it'll be a Knight throw-in. There's the throw. And the Warriors take possession. And he's got a nice empty space, and he does send it long down the line, but it is cut off by the Knights. And the break has slowed down. And so we'll go with the long throw. About 30 seconds left in the game, and it is headed back, and that'll be knocked out. And there's the throw in, and knocked out again. The Knights send it deep, and two Warriors knocked into each other, and there's a ball up the middle, but it is intercepted by the Knights, who settle down and collect, and that's the final whistle. The final score is 1-1, but we will have extra time, extra minutes to add on to this contest. We'll be right back. All right, extra time. 10 minutes on the clock. 1-1's the score.
We will go into two 10-minute overtime periods.
Two 10-minute overtime periods. Golden goal. That means first goal wins. So sudden death is also another name for that kind of. All right. So right now, the Knights have the wind at their back, but the Warriors have possession. Or will have possession on the kickoff. So we got a south to north breeze, or a right to left as you're viewing. And there's the kick. And out wide. Warriors take the ball, and the Knights are definitely pressing. And that ball tipped back to the middle and recovered. And Warriors kick it free, and that ball way over the top and out of bounds. And so it'll be a Warrior throw. There's the throw. Up in the air and unable to settle. This is reminiscent of the last couple of minutes of the first half, where both teams were very physical and there was a lot of back and forth in the play. Central did manage to settle down a little bit and then maintain some possession, but were not able to get the ball in the net. And Sun trying to peek out a little bit here. That'll be nice. And so here is a Warrior throw in. I think we're looking at a substitution first. Are we substituting? And there's the substitution. All right, and so here we go with the throw. There's the throw, and headed by the Warriors into the Knights, and that will be a Knight throw in. Up the line, the ball is thrown, and tried to flick it on, but unable to really get a touch, and so Knights maintain possession. Pass to the middle and kicked out wide. Finished the turn over the field, and Warriors are doing a good job pressing the middle now, but they did just lose the ball there. But they got it back. So a lot of individual effort here. Had a lot of spin on that ball and was unable to get a good touch. very nice play there. We'll keep the ball away. The shielding and touching, and so Knights move forward with the ball, and he kicked it a little too far in front of him. There's a shoulder-to-shoulder contact. And there's the ball over the top, and he would have been offside, so the Knight forward held up. And there's the punt by the goalie, and possession taken by, there's the ball over through the middle, and it's a foot race. And we're gonna have a yellow card going to be issued for that. And we have a break in the action for the Impact, and we'll take a timeout. All right, so we're back to play. The goalie has been subbed off. I believe he'll be coming back, but he was subbed off because of the injury. And the Warriors are working possession here. There are 6 minutes and 30 seconds left in the first overtime period. And that ball bounces out of play. And so the Knights and there is the Warriors take possession and kicking the Knights take it back, and there's a flick on and unable. He took that ball to the head, but he continued on. Lots of strength, and I think they're going to call that a push in the back. And so the Warriors will have a free kick. And there's the kick. Ooh, nice little bit of filth there. And kicked out wide. And the Knights had, I was just going to say they were maintaining possession nicely, but then they were unable to. And they have the substituted goalie coming back in. And so the Warriors will have a free kick. Or not a free kick, a throw-in. And back and forth, heading back and forth. It's almost like a header drill. Only to find the ball out of play, and the Warriors with the throw-in. And there's the throw. Headed clear. This could be a break opportunity for the Knights. Well stopped by the Warrior defense. The Knights maintain possession, but they're no longer on the break. And that ball touched wide and then cleared down the line and out of play. And so the Warriors have been throwing this ball long into the box the whole game. I can't imagine they would do anything different with 3 minutes and 45 seconds left in the first overtime period. Still 1-1. It is sudden death. And there's the ball into the box, and it is tipped long and cleared out to midfield, but no further. And then the Warriors lose the ball out of bounds, and so it'll be a Knight throw. And there's the throw down the line, and nice touch. There's the centering ball early, and unable to complete is the Knight forward, and the ball is kicked out of play, and the Knights will have a throw. There's the throw, and collected by Knight forward and knocked out of play, and it will be a Knight throw-in. So with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in the first overtime period, the Knights are going to take a long throw. And here it is. Flicked on. There's the shot on goal. It's off the post. And so it'll be a goal kick. Warriors dodged a bullet on that one. So the following goal kick, there's the ball. Low driven because of the wind. The wind is, again, from the right to the left, from the south to the north. And that ball stopped on the line, and it is tipped out, and it will be a Warrior throw-in. And again, tipped out, and so it'll be a Warrior throw-in. And there's the throw, headed by the Knights and touched and bicycle kicked clear. But we got a timeout on the field for an injured Warrior player. And with 1 minute and 10 seconds left in the first overtime, looks like he's going to get subbed off. He is limping a little bit, but he is moving under his own power, so. So our restart will be for the a drop ball, and it's almost like a face-off in hockey. There it is. And the referee determined that he did not drop it fairly, so he's going to re-drop it, and there it is. And so the Warriors take possession. And nice turn, but unable to hit the runner. And there's the ball over the top. He's got a step, he's got a goalie, and there's tapped in, it's a goal! And that one's golden!
Goal for the Knights!
And
Nick
the Lincoln Way
Wilner.
Central
And the Knights win
the
in
game
overtime,
2-1 in overtime.
Great game played by both squads.
We'd like to thank you all for watching. What a fantastic exhibition of soccer we had between our Lincoln Way Knights and our Lincoln Way Warriors, our Lincoln Way West Warriors and our Lincoln Way Central Knights. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the show.